Only your hatred will give you the power to save your friends. Give into the dark side. Very good. My apprentice.
Master, we're approaching the ruins of the Jedi Temple. The cloaking device is working, but you should expect resistance from the Imperial garrison station below.
I know, Proxy, I can already sense them, but this is the only place that I can find out more about my father.
Hello, welcome back to Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the final part for real. For real this time, for realsies, we're finally at the end. The Jedi Temple and the Jedi Trials await us, as we have to take on Evo Troopers, Stormtroopers, Jump Troopers, Purge Troopers, Evo Shadow Troopers, and a whole shit ton more. I remember playing this map the most of all the DLCs. But the one thing I don't remember is A, having to face so many enemies, B, having it be so difficult, and C, how did I beat this on Sith Lord difficulty? Whatever is the not the last one. Because I have the achievement for Apprentice, which is Youngling, and then I think I have the next difficulty up, and the third difficulty? How I did that, I don't know. I guess that when I was younger, this is the one map, the one time, that I decided to be built different. Like this frickin' Purge Trooper that just will not go down. Christ. There we go. Finally.
Is on the other side of the entry hall. If the path is blocked, you'll need to find a way to clear it.
So all that you can tell me to clear a path is that I must figure out how to clear that path? Thanks so much for your insight, General. Let's take this already ruined temple and ruin it some more, why don't we? Because trust me, this is where shit gets hard. How I was able to do this when I was younger, when I first bought the DLC, I don't know. But, even though I'm a little bit older, let's just say I could still figure it out, shall we say.
You've entered a Padawan training chamber. Be careful. The training droids might still be operational.
That's a lot of robots for one thing, and for another, one thing I wanted to bring up, since I've had to bring up the Wii and PS2 version of the game a couple of times now, is that in those versions of The Force Unleashed, it was more regular that you would make visits to the Jedi Temple to defeat a couple of different mythical Sith, as well as the ghost of your father. You'd have to defeat, I believe it was Darth Desolus and Darth Phobos. And there might have been a third who I'm forgetting. But if not, then it was just the two. Either way, those were still really cool missions, but here you don't get the Jedi Temple until the DLC. And as you'll see later, there's no bonus Sith for us to have to fight. But there is a lot of leveling up that we have to do despite. So the pattern will be that we have to delete, or that we have to take care of two sides, and from each side we have to fix the bridge and then get the statue out of the way on the other side is what we'll be doing. So that way, we can go from where we are now in the trial chambers over to the other side, where we will have to face quite the endless slurry of Imperials that will just bombard us for way, way, way too long. But, all things considered, we'll find a Force Power Sphere, and we'll be on our merry way. make our way down this convenient, nifty little hole. And then we'll go ahead and bring down the statue so that way we can go back to where we were in the main hall, in the entryway, and jump from one end of the platform over the other, and we can begin our Jedi trials to become a full-fledged Jedi warrior. It was my goal to show you guys me getting yet another achievement on this level, but as you guys see, and I will contest that with good reason, the achievement that I was hunting is just a pinch more difficult than I had anticipated.
My son, Vader was right about one thing. You now control your own destiny. The dark side is strong in you, but you can still be saved. The blood of a true Jedi, my blood, flows through you. But you must face the Jedi trials. Look within yourself. You will know what to do.
So we've spent most of the level fighting through a relentless Imperial slog. And now, we get to slow things down with some Jedi mind trials. Now the achievement that I was looking for, was get a grip. And that's to complete these puzzles without making the sphere turn red, or in this case, more orange, I would say, which happens when you deviate off the path. It'll take a couple of tries for sure, if I go back and do it, but for right now, I was mostly concerned with just getting the game done in a session, so that way I could eat some dinner and not have that much to worry about. This part's a little bit tricky, but eventually I'm able to make it through this and then one last puzzle. Alrighty, now I gotta try to figure out how to fix the yellow brick road so that way I can get from one piece to the next. Because when you have certain pieces that are out of place, they vanish out of existence, and it doesn't make that entirely clear. As well as how high you're allowed to set certain pieces and kind of in what area. Although I think I figured it out, because once you keep it in line with like the blue fairy dust, then that's the area that you're talking about that's okay. Only thing is you don't want to have it too low, because then they'll also sink out of existence, and then you'll fall through the platforms. Or you'll have to jump too high to be able to get onto the level that the platforms need to be in the first place, and you'll just end up jumping to your death. Much like I'm about to do right here. So just be patient, try to get everything roughly on the same even level. Raise everything up a little bit so it doesn't have to like fall into the fairy dust of abyss. Get yourself the holocron, pull the other platform, singular platform, back into existence, and then you should be okay to go. But then this next section can be a little bit of a pain, if I'm being quite honest myself. This one darn singular platform does not seem to want to decide to come into existence unless it's down there. It's a weird spot to start, but as long as I can get the other platform roughly where I need it, that should be a doable jump. There we go. And then I just need to go, and we're here. Oh wait, no, this one's the one where it's a pain, because everything I think is off to the left. We're gonna do like a weird zigzag motion. Here we go, now we get to do the IRL Star Wars cosplay of the Spider-Man pointing meme. Because I'm you. I'm the you that killed the Emperor. I'm the you that... I'm the you that was killed by the Emperor. No, I'm the you that was killed by the Emperor after killing Darth Vader. But I'm you. No, you're the imposter. No, it's you. And, eventually here, our little evil Sith Lord dude over here is going to do some backflips like he thinks he's Emperor Palpatine. He must have learned that trick from himself. Does a cool little dodge roll. And eventually he's going to invert our brain to where you're going to see here in a second where just I run myself A, off the cliff, B, I'm trying to like orient myself so where I'm facing towards him, and then later on he'll do it again, and I just run myself straight off the cliff, because using backwards controls, and then it also I think reverses not just motion, but like using the left trigger instead of the right trigger, or whatever it is, vice versa, and then I think the attacks you can use are different. But we will get a cool little quick time event here where we can... We're bald? We can't allow that. So we'll go ahead and dodge his attack. He'll force repulse the floor from beneath us. And then we start phase 2 against Dark Apprentice Man. I guess when you repulse a repulse, the repulses cancel each other out. Force math for you. He's going to go ahead and destroy the floor. You're going to go ahead and be able to, I think, throw those pillars back at him. So that's one thing that you want to do, and then when he's kind of near you, in between the transition from the repulse to the force throw, use your force lightning to try and get him to either A, break the floor, or B, just take a little bit of extra damage, so that way he comes down into the fourth phase that we're on? Third phase? Fourth phase? And we can go ahead and knock him off the ledge. He's going to try and pull us in. We're going to fall below. But we knew parkour, but he knew instant transmission, so he's a Saiyan too, or he's just really, really good at channeling his ki. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and run up these freaking pillars and sky run, stab him in the kidney, and kick him off our freaking balcony. And just like that, our time with Star Wars The Force Unleashed is finally over. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I can't wait for you guys to see these. And I cannot wait to start playing the second game. Thank you so much for watching every single one of these videos. And I will see you all later.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Whatever was here, it's gone now. There's nothing left.